Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Luxury Live Show. With me here is my gorgeous co host, Fashionably Amy, and I'm Kat if you're seeing this for the first time. This is our weekly live stream that we do every week on both our channels. So this week's on my channel, next week's going to be on Amy's channel. And on this live stream, 2 hours of talking about luxury, everything luxury bags, luxury shoes, luxury jewelry. And we always start off with a topic, and today's topic is Chanel 21B Fall Winter collection. I'm not sure of the numbers, but yeah,
Pack one. Just our personal picks
yeah,
from the website.
just our personal picks. Yeah. So, and then today we also have a little bit of an announcement before we get into the topic. But after that, we'll always open it up for chat. So, firstly, I can see new members, so we're gonna talk about that. Let me just share my screen. Hang on, just give me a second. Okay, so yeah, as you can see the thumbnails, then we're gonna talk about our top picks for the Chanel 21B collection. We have some beautiful slides for you, but today we are announcing our Luxury Live Show YouTube membership. And okay, firstly, before we go into all the nitty-gritty details, we want to say thank you again because without all of you participating and being part of this community, we would not be here a year later. So Amy and I, we actually wanted to start a membership earlier on. So we started in June. We want to do it around August, but we thought it wasn't the right time. We wanted to really build a community. So we started off with what we called the Luxy crew, right? The Luxy team, which is actually came from all of you. You guys are the one who said, we want this name, that name, and we chose Luxys. And really, it is the community, the Luxy community here. So it's been a year, and we thought we wanted to bring this live stream or this thing to the next level. And by putting a membership, we can have more kind of like community details. So loyalty badges, emojis. We can also do member-only live chats and live streams. So one of the things that we may do in the coming weeks is to move this live show into members only. And we're still figuring out the details, but of course, we only have 2 levels today. So I'm just going to go on, and then Amy, you can add on after this. So what do we have? It took us a bit of time to brainstorm on what we want to do with the kind of like customized features for everyone. So the first line at the top you can see is the badges. So when you join, this is our little fun thing. If you join as a member, everyone gets a wristlet, a Loach wristlet.
As a new member.
As a new member. And then as you continue to be with us, you kind of move up the scale. And, we always talk about this, right? So this kind of looks like a Loach bag. And then after 2 months, it automatically change your badge as you go along. So if you're, you've been around for a while, you might end up with a Firkin with us.
I just wanted to explain what Kat means by Loach. It's just our own term because this is the Luxury Live Show. And the design of these badges are inspired by real life handbags, right? So when you're a first member, it's similar to when you're buying your first luxury. Usually you just buy a little SLG. So probably from Coach, probably some sort of wristlet. That's why we called it Loach, because Coach, but it's not really from Coach. It's from Luxury Live Show, therefore the Loach. And then you've got as you progress into your journey, once you're a 1-month member, then you get a Coach bag, and then you get an LV bag at 2 months, you get a Dior bag at 6 months, etc., etc. So like the last 2 badges are the ultimate Chanel bag and the Birkin, right? So we thought it'd be really fun to use these icons to represent your membership with us and how long you've been with us, right? And it's kind of cool to see, oh yeah, this is a new member. Oh yeah, this has been around for 2 months, like it's just a really fun way to associate all our members.
Yeah. So that is something that's sort of fixed, right? We won't be changing the badges too much. However, the bottom row is something that we will grow with you. So when we started this membership, YouTube allows us to have 4 emojis. So we created these emojis. Of course, the Luxies has to be an emoji. And then we've got things like, you'll ask us, should I buy it? And then we'll say, everybody could be chiming in and say, buy it, buy it, buy it, or don't do it. And then it could be a dream bag, or it could be yes. So as we grow the membership, we will be able to create more emojis. And this is where we want our members to get involved, because more members means more opportunity to create emojis. And we want you to say, okay, we'll ask you like, hey, we got an extra emoji now from YouTube. What should we create? And that's when we'll get feedback from you. It's sort of like what we did with the Luxie's name. So then it will be our own emoji. So this is something that grows over time. And right now we've got up to 5. Yeah, something we'll start off with, right? Okay, so we had some questions on how to join the member. So if you go onto on your desktop, on your phone as well, I believe there's a button there. But on your desktop, you can go to the front screen. There's the join button. Similarly, on Amy's channel, there will be a join. Now, why do we have 2? It's because we run it on both channels. And that's why our pricing is also split in half. That's why it's not like, 15 on my channel, 15 on Amy's channel. We divided it to make sure that it is something that everybody can join already. And then once you click on that join button, there will be 2 tiers. So depending on what country you're in, you will see the denomination at your country. So for me, when I took this screenshot, it is Singapore dollars. But for Amy, you'll see it in Canadian. But the pricing is at $2.99 USD and $5.99 for the Luxie committee. Okay, so
actually, can I chime in? Kat, do you mind going back to the second slide where we have the levels? Yeah, this one. So I just want to explain a little bit about the 2 different levels, because not sure if you had time to look at the text. So there's the Luxie crew level, and then there's the Luxie committee level. The crew level is your, I guess, level 1, level 1 membership, and you get the loyalty badges, you get the emojis, of course, priority reply from us, and shout outs. But in the committee level, you get everything you get from the crew level, but you also get members only live streams, members only live chat, which is something that, like Kat said earlier, is something that we are still ironing out how to do it, but we are gonna try to be more sometimes we would maybe just have topics where we just want to do it with the members. That as a special perks of this level, the Luxie committee level, which is the level 2, for example. And as we learn more about this whole membership and how it works with everyone, and how our members, how big our members become, we might, grow it to like 3 levels. Like, we don't know yet. At the moment, we have the 2 levels that you see on screen. So that is the main difference between the 2 levels for those of you who don't really know what's going on, like which level to join. Because as the committee, you in the future, when we actually have just only live stream for members, or maybe we were talking about even maybe moving some of the existing live stream to just members only. So so that's the difference there.
And it's actually something that we want to do because we know our live show gets watched during the live stream, right? And then after post reruns. So even as a member, when we move some of the live shows, actually we're going to try it in a couple of weeks. The live show will be only member only live stream. Then the people that watch it later, they can watch the rerun. Then they have to be a member. So it's something that we want to do because we do want to cover more topics that may not be for public consumption. But yeah, definitely something that we are doing in the coming weeks. So I'm going to move to one of the immediate perks. And where is it here? Okay, so members only. I am going to run a member only live stream coming up on Wednesday. So it's going to be on Singapore time at 10 o'clock and then Canadian time at 7. And then, you adjust it to wherever you are. And yeah, it's going to be a chat with me and Amy will join in.
If I can wake up.
If you can wake up. But yeah, it's going to be a chat for members only.
Just for the record.
So I have been doing like, this is sort of like before our join, but this is a member only live stream. It's gonna be a chat, you know, it's gonna be really casual since it's at night for me. Might be having a beer, you know. But okay, so that is the membership. We hope you support us in this, and we know that for the past year we've been getting a lot of DMs and those messages like, hey, how do I support your channel? How do I give super chats? I want to give a super chat, but it's not possible, you know, it's not available in my country, and things like that. And we thought, okay, let's do this, and if this works out, it's something that we want to continue moving forward.
Exactly. And also, like we said earlier, for those of you who joined late, the reason why we priced it at the price that it is, which is basically half price, so half price on Kat's channel, half on mine, converted into our currency, is because we run this show basically alternatively, right? So if for example, I guess in the future, let's say in 1 month, we would have 4 shows, right? 4 weeks, we might have half of it that's only member only. So you would have 1 show on Kat's channel that's member only, and 1 show on my channel that's only member only. And then, so that's something that we're looking into, but that is the reason why.
Okay, so that's all. And of course, on Amy's channel, we'll talk about it again. If you're not familiar, on Amy's channel next week, we'll just go through it again. And yeah, let's get into today's topic. Chanel 21B, Amy's picks.
Okay. So obviously we're not going to choose so many things. I chose like mainly 5 or 6 items from the current collection that I thought was worth mentioning. And I also filmed my own video going through the new collection in more details. But one of the things that I thought I should mention is, of course, the mini. I'm the biggest fan of the mini Chanel handbag. And even though I'm not a particularly sort of black, all black, what is this called? So black design. I still think that this one is worth considering. Why? Because there are no more caviars. And for those of you who are too nervous to get into lambskin, even myself, like for a crossbody bag, I prefer either caviar or some sort of more robust material if I'm going to really wear it, because I love my mini so much that I actually wear my square mini so like the most, right? So I thought that the patent leather would be a good choice. And I actually am very attracted to the So Black for this particular one. So square, patent black hardware. I think it's super cool. And of course, yes, the price have increased and whatnot, but it is still one of the most reasonable bag that Chanel offers, and it's iconic. And for me, I have like of all the handbags that I own, the square mini is the most worn. So cost per wear is the least as well. So I thought I would mention the little square mini. Do you like it, Kat?
I like this. You know, I am not a okay, wait, before I start, to all the So Black single hardware lovers, I apologize first. Not the biggest fan of So Black as well. Like I like the contrast between the leather and the hardware, but I actually really like this. I think it's the size. It's the size, and it's also the patent leather. It just makes it more luxe and edgy, and it's cute. So it's a really interesting look. So I actually really like this So Black, which is something that I was like, okay, not bad. Because I've seen So Black with matte leather, and I didn't like it.
Exactly. There's just something about this particular one. Of course, you still have to check it out in store and in person to make sure that you actually really love it. But based off of just this picture and the website, I really, really like it. And if I really wanted a mini and there's no more caviar, this would be the next best thing for me. I think it's just so cool and edgy.
Absolutely.
Okay. The infamous Chanel 19. I just thought I would mention it. You know what? I'm not going to mention too many bags. This is the only other bag that I'm going to mention. But I thought it would be worth mentioning it again because they are coming out. Chanel is coming out with so many great colors these past seasons. Last season was the gray, the white, There was actually a ton of colors, actually the burgundy, the darker green, just so beautiful. Oh, and the caramel, let's not forget the caramel. And then this season, they have this sort of sage green. They have the darker gray. They also have a lighter gray, which is really, really curious that they are doing so many shades of gray. And as much as it hurts, right? I know we have had many price increases. This bag is about 2 years old, but I still feel like for a bag that is has had a certain amount of increases, it's still, I mean, it's getting borderline, but it's still reasonable. I feel like if you're just gonna get one Chanel 19, get it in the color that you love. So whether it's this color or whatever seasonal colors, or even black, that's fine. And that's it. Like all you need is one, because to me, the Chanel 19 is one of the best everyday, larger size Chanel bag that I kind of don't have to worry too much about. Even if it's lambskin, it's a shinier lambskin that is more durable. It's not their classic lambskin. And a lot of you, a ton of you agree with me that you love your 19 and end up wearing it more than any of your other Chanel bags. So I thought I'd mention it. This color, right? You're a green lover. So
I do, but you know, as your top pick, it's not my top pick. I do. I actually really like this color. When this color came back out, this really reminded me of the green, army green that I missed out when I wanted to buy the square. This is the color. This is the green, and that was
how many lambskin in the mini.
Yeah, how many seasons ago was that? Oh my gosh, that's like
they have it again this season.
Yeah.
This exact green, well, kind of this exact sage green in the mini, they have it.
Yeah, but it's I know. But I'm resisting. I'm not going anywhere near now. It's expensive now, but I don't know. I feel like it's a lot. Like this green is nice, but when I look at this, I just feel like it's a lot. So I actually, for this bag, I love the Chanel 19. The prices, like you said, it's eye-wateringly high now. Not as high as a flat, but it is high. I'm not sure about it. I'm just not sure. I don't know.
Oh yeah. If you're not sure, it means that this one is not for you yet. Like this, even this color is not good enough for you. But I'm just saying, overall, if there is a color that you guys love, and I just picked this color just because that's the one that I thought was quite special this season, then I still feel like it's a worth it to go for. You know, I'm not saying to you, oh, go buy every other Chanel 19. No, it's buy one, the one that you fall in love with, if you come across one. If not, just skip it. Skip it.
Absolutely. Okay, next.
Okay, so this is just a general slide. I just wanted to show, I just wanted to talk about the two colors that I was mentioning earlier. So we've got the darker gray this season, which some of you were asking about also last week, what we thought about the darker gray versus the 21A gray. I still prefer the 21A, which is the one that I own, but I think this darker gray is quite beautiful. It really does remind me of a, you know, it's a chameleon, but it does remind me of the Hermes Étain color. And then, of course, the sage green, they offer it in a variety of other bags too. We're seeing the business affinity. Like I said earlier, there was also the mini square and the mini rectangle. There's the vanity back with the Cocoa Crush. I even like it. I even like this green color on the Deauville bag. It's really attractive. So yeah, just wanted to mention that. Does any of this appeal to you, Kat?
You know, I love this kind of color tone, but I'm not sure for a bag. But I do like the no, wait, I have to take that back. I'm not sure about the gray as well, because it's a color that needs to be, I need to see it. Like so many the color is so hard to capture, this gray. It's sometimes a little too dark for me, but at the same time, when they take in a little different light, it's actually really bright. But it's maybe that's why it's so unique.
Yeah, you definitely have to see it in person. These are just the seasonal color this season, so I thought I'd mention it. But Yeah, I'm not saying you should go buy this. Like these are not even my top picks, but I'm just saying these are the pretty colors. Okay,
Okay.
next. So I said I was not going to talk about too many bags because, I mean, bags are just bags. I thought this season's ready to wear, and however, is super interesting. This particular jumper, which is in wool cashmere actually, is super cute. And it's, I mean, obviously it's too hot to wear this now. We're still in the middle of the summer, but this is the fall winter season collection. And if you're into a good sort of Chanel classic, very wintry sort of feel, think going to a ski resort type of feel, this is a super cute jumper. And plus the prices, I thought this very season, I thought that the prices have become more reasonable, or am I just imagining things? Because I seem to remember that Chanel ready to wear has always been quite up there, much more than many other brands. If just comparing to Hermes, for example, they always were at least 1,000, if not more, double. But this particular season, I thought it was very reasonable, and this is one example of it. Just under 3,000 before tax is really unheard of for a whole cashmere jumper. What do you think?
It is. Yeah, I think so. I mean, when I looked at the price in the past seasons, I just had to turn it off because it's so freaking expensive, the ready to wear. But when you put this on and I was doing the deck, I was like, oh, wait, it's not cheap, of course, right? It's luxury. But it had a 2 in front of it. Before this, it was like 5s and 4s and crazy prices. So in terms of pricing, I think I'm wondering if there was a pricing error.
Exactly. Anytime there's a 2 in front, even for SLGs nowadays, because all the micro bags are so in the trend, and of course Chanel is making a ton of them. If there's a 2 in front, it's considered reasonable. Same for ready to wear. It's so hard to see something with a 2 in front. Not even for a t-shirt can you buy sometimes for a 2 in front, right?
Yeah. Even LV is doing things with like 3s already. So it's like something wrong. But in terms of the well, I'm not a fan of like sweaters and all, but I like it. I like black and white. I like the kind of like clover pattern, or is it a love? Actually, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's super cute this season. They're having a heart theme, and then I guess in this case they just put a few hearts together to make a clover.
Yeah, it's cute.
And there's Chanel logo all over, but it's not too in your face. I thought this was a really cute design, and honestly, if I had the spare cash and I just want to buy some ready to wear, I'd be walking into a Chanel store this weekend. But I'm trying to be good, so I'm trying to be good. But I didn't notice so many ready to wear. So if Kat can move to the next slide. OMG, this one I love so much. I am so tempted to actually just ask my SM, like, do we have this in my size, please? Like, I love this sweater. It's so cute. You get just a basic, not basic actually. Well, you get the basic white. It also comes in charcoal, I think, in black. Sweater, but it's a cardigan, so it's very versatile. You can wear it on its own, like this girl here, this model here, or you can wear it on top of another t-shirt or a little tank top underneath. And I love the detail where they do this whole faux cape, and the buttons, the heart buttons. The heart buttons just get me. Like they just, I mean, all the Chanel buttons get me, but especially these buttons and the special little design of the cape. I just thought it was super cute, but still timeless enough to wear every single winter. Again, the price for a whole cardigan starting with a 4 for Chanel, like, hello, really?
They have tricked us. They tricked us. It's cheap now. It's cheap. It's a cheap deal. But okay, coming back, it is Chanel, right? It is Chanel, and their pricing is up there. But really, I love this. The buttons, you know, I'm not a heart person, but when you come to my slide, there are a lot of hearts.
I was surprised, actually. Yeah.
I know. What happened, Kat? But yeah, I love the button. When I was looking at this, I saw that last picture on the right side. The buttons got me. I was like, oh, that's cute. That's cute.
Yes. I think it's how they do it. If they do it tastefully, because this season's button is kind of like a pearlescent. So it's like a mother of pearl sort of button, which is very pretty and super timeless, right?
Exactly. Okay, I'll go to the next one.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. Okay, again, okay, this one too. I have to try it. If I was so tempted to really, really check this out, but just based off of picture, I love it because how often do you actually find a Chanel tweed jacket for 6,000, like something that starts with a 6? Not super often. Most of the time, whenever I was attracted to some sort of Chanel jacket, it's always in the 8, 9, 10,000 or more, which have always been something where I'm like, oh, forget about it. Ready to wear is not for me. I just can't afford it. I mean, I have to choose what's more important, priorities, right? But this season, like I said, the prices have been a bit more reasonable for Chanel. Obviously, we are talking luxury here. And so this jacket, I thought it was another one of those super timeless, very simple design. The buttons are beautiful. It's something that you can dress up because it's not so much bells and whistles, just a simple cut with the buttons in the pockets. So you could possibly be wearing one of those like ruffle shirts underneath with the sleeves puffing out, or you can tie a beautiful scarf, or you can wear tons of pearl jewelry and earrings to really charge up the whole look. But that's what a simple jacket allows you to do, which like I said, price versus what you get for retail nowadays, I think that is super reasonable. And let me know how many of you will actually go check out the ready to wear now, because I'm so curious.
Yeah, it's nice. Huh? This actually, when I'm looking at the detail of this, the buttons are timeless, and the sewing, or basically the material, there's like a slight hint of pink and gray to it. It's really nice, huh?
Yeah, they actually call this color burgundy, which I was surprised. So it's really, I guess the threads are like a black and a burgundy thread, which is super pretty. There's details like these that are not so in your face, but just enough to basically convey that, hey, I'm ready to wear, So I thought
Very
it's super cute.
nice.
So those of you who actually end up trying it, please let me know how you like it, because I'm dying to go try it, but I'm just trying to be good because priorities. Oh my god, priorities. Okay, last but not least, I thought I'd show this one because, like I said earlier, this season's ready to wear really caught my eye more than anything else, more than the bags, more than their SLGs and jewelry. This coat, oh my gosh, look how cool it is with the collar up. Super appropriate for Canadian weather, I think, especially when fall comes back, like in the middle of fall when it's quite cold. I love a good long coat. The buttons, again, are getting to me. And the silhouette is so simple, timeless, yet with a stand-up collar, which is, for me, like a huge sort of, it's not a trend, but it's kind of like something that really stands out. It's not just your any jacket out there. And again, the price, I know it's getting there. It's quite expensive, but usually for this kind of price, 12,000 even, you would just get a jacket. You're not getting an actual coat. This is a whole coat made of wool and cashmere. Of course, like I said, I haven't checked out any of these in person. I just based off of the pictures on the website, but I'm telling you, this is nice. I would totally be wearing this. This is totally right up my alley.
I can actually imagine you in this coat. It's really nice. Like, wow, it's so stylish.
It is. Yes. And I'm just noticing some comments as we're going about, yes, these are still really expensive. I'm not saying this is cheap, but I'm just saying based off of what we've seen in the past many seasons, actually, this season's ready to wear has actually been more reasonable. Yeah. It's still very expensive. Like I said, I don't have that kind of money, chump change, to like just go and buy stuff, which is why I'm not going. I'm trying to just not even give myself temptation. I'm just saying that it's worth looking at if you are already going to look at it. Plus the collection is very pretty. Even the dress that she's wearing, which I'm not going to mention, but the dress that she's wearing, that's it's super nice. Cute, very trendy.
Yeah. Thank you, Amy. Those are beautiful. I didn't actually look at the ready to wear because, well, I don't normally look at the ready to wear because they're very expensive. And like you said, for the past few seasons, some of the coats were like, when I converted, it's like $20,000, like crazy. So you don't even look at it. So like the first sweater that you showed at 2, I was like, wait, what? What happened?
Yeah.
Did they price it wrongly? For Chanel, 2000 is cheap. Okay, for Chanel. So we always caveat is for Chanel, it is cheap. But yeah, thank you. Okay, my picks. Surprisingly, this season, none of the bags really stood out to me, but except this one, just because it's more unique, different. This flap bag, I don't know why my app is stuck in ringgit. Until today, I still cannot figure it out. My app is, I can't change the country for the Chanel app, so I'm sorry. Ringgit, you'll need to convert it to your currency. But this is about 6,000 Singapore dollars, so about 5,000 Canadian. I think I like it because it's just different, right? It's one of their seasonal bags. It just goes with the whole aesthetic of the whole collection because it's, winter, there's a bit of tweed, it's dark and yet kind of functional looking because it looks like a little duffel bag. I like it. I like the look. I've seen some pictures already online of people, showing the actual picture of the bag. I kind of like it. What do you think of this bag? I don't know. I'm still undecided because it's a picture that I saw and I was like, yeah, interesting.
I actually really like this bag. I know they also have the plain leather version, but I prefer this one because it has more of a textural difference. It just makes it more interesting, and I think anybody who looks at this bag will say that it reminds them of the 19 because of the chain little handle. But you also get just like the seasonal aspect of it, right? Something unique that you won't get every single season. You get the little 2 straps on the side, and it still has the turn lock, which to me, thank goodness they're not actually using the side little straps to fasten the bag. It's still a turn lock bag. And the size is very decent, as well as the price.
Yeah.
Again, you have to look at things relatively speaking, right? The prices nowadays for Chanel has gone up so much. So the fact that this bag is priced quite reasonably, it really is compared to what it is now with everything. That's what makes things considerable. Like, you can't go back in time anymore. You can't go back in time and buy I don't know, a mini for 3,000 anymore. You can't. So you just have to, pick and choose, and just when something is on the more reasonable side, that's when you think about whether you want to add it to your collection or not, and if it works into your collection. So I think if Kat, you decide to buy it, it would be a great one because it's a cute bag, first of all, and second of all, it may help you think about the 19, which costs so much more. So
It's true. Actually, I think I like this bag because of the features like the 19. It's got the top handle, it's got the strap, even has a back pocket. And I always wanted a tweed bag, but always shied away from it because it's quite hard to take care of. So this bag has a little bit of everything. It's nice. So, but of course, this is a bag that I will probably have to see in store and see whether it looks as good as the picture, or in store it could look very different. So I've only got one pick of a bag, and the rest are actually accessories from this collection. I don't know why I am so attracted to this pair of shoes. They are so normal, but I love a good pair of black. These are called like loafers, right? Like heeled loafers. I think I like the details. It's not stitched; it's sort of like stamped onto the leather. They have the diamond shape on it. I really like it. I can imagine wearing like shorts with it, skirts, jeans, pants. It looks good for work. It can be casual because they have a few colors this season. And I like a good pair of like working casual shoes. I don't know why. I'm really attracted to these.
I think it's just I have a feeling you chose it because it just it's Chanel first of all, but also the fact that they are a timeless shoe. So whichever brand you go for, right? But especially with this one, you get a bit of the quilting, which is really nice actually. The small little quilts and the CC logo. It's a pair of shoe that you can wear for many years to come because the loafer design is a timeless design. I think that's why you're attracted to it.
Yeah.
It's nice. It is really nice.
It's so simple, you know, it's so
Yeah.
simple, but I can really imagine wearing it for very often. And yeah, there's nothing much to say about this loafer, but I kind of like it. It's something that it attracted me. And a lot of the ready to wear pictures, they were wearing this shoe and another one with a little bit more of a boot design. So that was kind of interesting. Okay, then I picked this one. I obviously won't buy this pair of shoes, but the pink got me, the strap got me, the quilts got me, and I was like, that's cute. That's nice. I don't know why. They are very chunky looking, you know, they'll probably make your feet look really like big, kind of clownish. But if you dress it up with shorts and like maybe leggings, they can actually look really cute. I don't know why.
It's just one of those things. Sometimes you just don't know why. You like it, you like it.
Yeah.
Which is good. Like you don't have a wish list this year, so whatever you see that you like, you could just get it. You don't have to feel guilty about not respecting your wish list. So it's just one of those things. Yeah.
I don't know. This pair. What do you think of it? It's kind of like cartoony though.
Okay, so I'm not gonna buy this pair of shoe because it's not my style. I need something a bit more pointy for I don't know, to go with everything else that I wear. But aside from that, I have to say it's super cute because you know, not everybody loves a pointy loafer. There are people who just prefer the whatchamacallit. These are kind of reminiscent of the Jeff Campbell. Is it Jeff Campbell? Like, you know, that kind, like kind of more boyish.
Rounded.
Yeah. So I mean, I like it because I think they're cute and I like the design. I'm not gonna buy it for me because it doesn't go with my aesthetic, but I like it. It's cute.
You know what? What I like, I think the rounded part and just the edging around the front heel, the front portion,
Yeah.
it gives me Doc Martens.
Yes,
vibes
yes. And I like that it has a bit of heel, not too much, just a little bit to give you that height.
Yeah. So I think that maybe that's the aesthetic that I kind of like. I may not look good in it because, like you said, you know, it's quite rounded. When you actually try it on, you're like, oh, okay, that's look cartoonish. But it's just the look. I was like, oh, that's kind of cute. And I do like the flap that goes over and a little turn. It has a turn-out detail,
Yes.
which I thought it was a really nice touch. Okay.
Yeah, because I think they put in some effort. It's not just a plain leather. They put in the quilting, they put in the flap, they actually give you a turn lock. It's the detail that really gets you, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So now the next few are just accessories. This season's accessory, and I think Amy, you can also chime in, is very expensive. Like really, really pricey. So the ones that I picked out, I kind of put myself like, okay, would I actually buy it? And these were some of them. I thought, okay, kind of nice. I like this because when you wear the earrings, it will face kind of like to the side. So only when you turn your head, you see the two CCs. But from the front, most likely you'll just see like two hoop earrings. And, you know, the price is about 1,000 over Sing dollars. It's a lot. Actually, it's quite expensive now. The fashion jewelry now is it's gone up tremendously, but you know, it's just from Chanel. I guess these are the more reasonable ones right now. What do you think of these?
I think for me, it's the design that I like about this one because you get a lot of those CC studs. Everyone has CC studs. Yes, they do also do the these are called hoops, I guess. But these hoops are different, right? It's a little chunky, medium size. Yes, it is expensive, but with earrings, especially for me, when you love it, you just love it. And as long as you get your cost over, then that's what's important, right? So at the end of the day, buy what you love. And for this season, this pair is actually really, really cute. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so it's just like on the side, because I like the detail that when you turn, you will see the CC. So
Yeah.
I think this would be one of the popular pairs. Okay, so, oh my gosh, what has happened to me? Kat is, I really like the hearts. There is something about this round, puffy, pearlescent heart that is getting to me. I don't have my Ana Luisa necklace, but I always wear one necklace that is a puffy heart. I love that necklace so much. I'm not a heart person. I always say that. I'm just like, it's kind of cutie for me. But when it's puffy and like a candy, I'm all over it. Okay, this is like a Tic Tac, like a juicy candy. So cute. I really
I
want
think
it.
you
But will
are
I
a
wear
heart
it? I don't
person. It
know.
just has to be this kind of hearts, like
Yeah,
the
it has to be
cute,
this heart.
puffy
This
hearts.
puffy,
Yeah.
it looks like it's gonna burst out. Like, oh my gosh, so cute. If I were to get it, I think I would go for the bigger version. Like, if you're gonna wear a heart, wear a heart. Okay, don't be like tiny heart. Just go all the way. I really like the one with the one right in the middle, bigger with the pink. It's like everything heart. I love it. But of course, if this is too big, they have a slightly smaller version and of course cheaper version, which the details are just pearl and pearl, which I think it's also really nice. So the CC will stand out more. But man, the hearts. I'm just gonna go into the next one because it's also hearts. Oh, what's wrong with me? This is really cute. Like, if you like pearls and you like the heart, this is kind of like Titanic kind of heart. Look at it. Isn't that cute?
It's so cute. I was considering this, if all the costume jewelry this season, this is the one that I was like, I don't have something like this, and I actually really like it.
Actually, let me just dig it out. Okay, never mind. I'll dig it out later. I have, you gave me a heart necklace, remember,
Yes.
for Christmas. They're going on with this design because
Yeah.
it is so, it's like a cute Chanel, but yet very elegant looking, but softer. Gosh, people, go and get this. This is really, really nice. Okay, from the picture, I think it's. And the pricing, this is 4,900 Malaysian ringgit. So it's about 1,007 Sing. It's actually more reasonable than this pair of earrings, which is 5,400. You can get a lot of wear from this. Like, you can actually extend it because it has a huge extender. So you can wear it as a choker. You can wear it longer as well. Nice.
Yeah, this one is definitely worth looking at for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so that is it. I'm just gonna put this up again for the people that just came in. So in the earlier part of the live, we shared about our membership. So just a recap, we are kicking off our membership today, and thank you to. I'm just looking at the chat because I'm looking down at the chat as well. I saw so many members already. So thank you for joining. Join me on Wednesday. We'll have a member only chit chat, and yeah, that's it. Let's get into the live chat, right? So in the Q&A, we will,
and while you're getting out of the slide, I saw quite a few questions about the membership. So some of you who didn't see the second level, I think you just scroll down. If you're on your phone, I think you just have to scroll down. Then you'll see the Luxy community level, because there's 2 levels. And with the second level, the higher level, you get, of course, the members only live stream, which you don't get in the Luxy crew level. But anyway, we welcome any members. And of course, another question I saw is that whether you have to join on both channels. We would love you to join both channels. That is why we price it at the price that it is, very, very affordable, because we basically did half price. And also because this live show is a production from me and from Kat, right? We separate the shows in half, basically, right? We do half of the time on her, half of the time on me. So I hope to see everyone on both channels, obviously.
Yay, thank you. Okay, so now I'm going back. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me just go back to that screen and just share with people who just joined. Yeah, so we're starting the live Q&A. So we're gonna start trying to do the priority questions from the members, the new members. But of course, if you're not there yet, then we just leave a bunch of question marks in front, and we'll see it in the chat. So okay, let's go into it. Okay, now I'm just gonna scroll down.
So nice to see so many members.
So you know how to use the if you're on your app phone, you can actually use the new badges already, like the emojis. If you want to use it, there's a little smiley, because I'm looking down. Okay, maybe I'll just use this. There's a little smiley face here. If you click on it, well, let me just click on it. You can see all the special emojis that we've created, the 5 that we've created. It's like, for example, I'm going to type some, like, yeah, oh, yes, Clara's using them already. Like, yes, don't buy it. And now that I think we've got more members already, I can create more emojis. So let us know as well, what is the next emoji that we should create for all of you. Let us know.
Yeah, give us ideas.
Okay, I'm just I see a lot of like okay, so yeah, how do you join and all of that?
Yeah, and I think some of you reached out to me also privately asking about, oh, so is it going to move to members only? I think that's what we want to do. Eventually, we'll move some of the shows only members only, but that also allows us to do it in a different time zone, because I know a lot of you are from Europe. So, you guys will get all the notifications on, because there will also be, so whenever we decide to do, say, a live at a different time than usual, then you guys will get the notifications in the community tabs, and you'll be able to, so hopefully we'll be able to do more for the European folks. Maybe for me, it's a matter of doing them even later, so that it will be your mornings on the weekend, not at 4 a.m. in the morning, but more like either like 6 or 7 a.m. in the morning. So maybe it's something that's a little bit easier. And then for Kat, she could be doing them on her evenings during the week. Like, we'll play by ear, but that's also one thing that will allow us to do. And of course, even if you can't watch it live, if you're a member, you just go back and rewatch it. So, yeah. Oh, Kat, are you on mute?
Sorry, yeah. So how to upgrade from crew to community? So we don't know. I don't know. We will find out. We're learning as we go. This is a learning thing for us. So we'll find out, Joy. But I think there is a way. Maybe you just have to click it.
Yeah, we're just still setting this up as we are speaking.
We're
adding more things.
Yeah, about YouTube, the thing is, even for me, when I started my channel, you just go and do it. Like, we've been talking about this membership for months since the earlier years, and we just like we held it all, and then finally we just said, let's just do it, and we dived into it. So we are really just, whatever, we'll do it with you. We'll make mistakes, we'll learn from it. And if any of you, because I think in my earlier a few months, some people ask me, to start my channel, you just do it. You don't know how. You just turn on the camera and you just do it, and you learn along the way. So this membership is sort of like starting again, like, where are all the emojis? Okay, so I see this. Virginia, I was lucky to get 2 Pearl Crush bags this week, a light gray mini CF and 1 black mini square from boutique and the reseller. Now I'm not sure if I should keep both because they are kind of similar. Help. Okay.
I feel that the fact that you're asking yourself that means that you you probably already know the answer, is that you probably should return one of those since they're similar to you. One light gray mini classic flop and one black mini square. Yeah, so I know they're still not the same bag, but at the end of the day, whichever one speaks to you most, keep that one. They are very expensive, and it's not like they'll never make the Cocoa Crush ever. They always recycle. It will come back in 2 or 3 seasons again. That's how Chanel is. They always make things that people love, but they don't do it so often, right? They do it just enough, and they come back just quick enough for you to be able to access to buy them again. So they'll always be back. Just pick the one that speaks to you the most out of these two.
Yeah, because they're both are so expensive now. I think if
Yeah.
you are really considering that, kind of like having that a bit of a doubt if you should keep both, then maybe like what Amy said, and I agree, look at both of them and pick the one that really makes you go like, I really like this one, and let the other one go, because it'll come back. Okay. Oh wow. So I see a lot of just like membership coming in, so I apologize if I'm going a little slower. I'm just trying to pick them out. Okay, this is from Gwen. So remember, put a bunch of question marks so I'm try to read them as quickly as I can as well. Do you ever worry about chipping on So Black? I know earlier models had chipping, but maybe later ones fixed it.
I don't have experience with So Black, so that's why I can't really comment. You know, a lot of times I feel like, obviously reviews and wear and tear videos are super helpful because that's what happened to those individuals. But personally speaking, for example, for my costume jewelry, never had any issues with them, never had any tarnishing, never had anything fall off. I've never had any issues, never had any gemstones fall off, whatnot. And as for my Chanel bags, I also never had any issues with the hardware, with the leather. I never had any issues so far. So knock on wood, obviously. But I'm not saying that those things don't happen, but if something were to happen, for example, to my things, I would bring them back to my store and I would trust that my SA will at least try to help me, either help me repair it and I'll have to pay a fee if it's an older bag, because I think nowadays they say there's a 5-year warranty. And even then, I'm not even sure what the warranty, like what the warranty is about. Like, do they only fix certain things but not others? It's possible. I feel like they're being a bit ambiguous because they don't want to just cover everything. I still feel like they want to do it on a case-by-case basis. So it still depends on what it is about, who it is about. But at the end of the day, I trust that if I ever have any issues, I'll just bring it back to my store. I'll talk to them, be polite. And as per usual, right? You just, mutual respect, and hopefully they'll help you out one way or another. And hopefully that would avoid actually I never had issues. So I also feel like the other part of that is that you still have to be careful with your items. Just because they're luxury doesn't mean that they're break proof. They're usually more well made, but that is not all the time. Like, it's not all it doesn't apply to everyone. It depends on how you use your things, depends on where you live, so all those can factor in as well.
Yeah. Same as Amy, I don't have any experience with the So Black. However, talking about a different brand, Dior. So Dior also has this like matte or single colored hardware. And a Dior SA actually told me that one of the issues that they have, rarely you really have to bang the hardware, but they do have some issue with the obvious scratching on the hardware. Because firstly, if you look at your own jewelry, because it's silver and it's gold, scratches are not obvious, right? It's sort of part of the hardware, the shininess kind of makes it blends in, I guess. But when something is matte and black and just one color, if you leave a line on it, it's very obvious. So it's just the nature of the color as well. For me, I would worry about it, I guess. But if I like it, then no choice lah. I have to be more careful.
Yeah, that's it. That's the thing. If you like it, you like it, right? And honestly, if you look at your regular hardware, there are scratches on it. You might just not see them as readily, just like Kat was saying, just because it's shiny already. So the light will reflect back. Whereas on black or on anything that is painted, then you see it more, right? Because you just see the contrast.
Exactly. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Yeah, exactly. So no choice lah. If you like it, just get it. Okay, ladies, do you feel pressured? Oh, this is okay. Ladies, do you feel pressured to be a better tipper at restaurants, service establishments when you're rocking a 10K bag or decked out in luxury?
No, I don't
We
know.
don't do
I
tipping
always
here.
go by the standard tipping, which is 20%, right? So I don't feel more pressure to tip more just because I'm wearing a luxury bag. I think the only exception is if I really got bad service and was very dissatisfied, which doesn't happen. Doesn't happen most of the time. If there was a real issue, say with the food or whatnot, then you just tell the waiter. If they fix it for you, then it's all good and fine, right? So I don't see why you would have to tip, say, like 30% just because you're wearing a bag. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't. Well, firstly, Singapore, we don't have tipping. Like
Okay, so
it's
that's
automatically
different, yeah.
built into the bill.
Mm.
What I kind of 10% service charge, so it's already there. We don't have a situation where you can choose not to tip. So good and bad, I guess. Good and bad.
But I'm sure you've traveled.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you might not know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't realize. I just do the standard, like,
Yeah.
and sometimes we don't even know. Are we supposed to tip? Like, do we tip for this? Do we tip for that? It's very stressful. And my brother's always telling me just tip for everything. I was like, okay, tip.
Yeah. I think that's in North America, you tip not at McDonald's, obviously, but like if it's a restaurant where you sit down, they serve you, then that's where you tip. And I think standard is 15 to 20%, right? And if it's like really, really small-ish restaurant, you can get away with like 10%. But usually I think standard is 15, 20%. And so that's how we go about it. Like if it's just like meh service, but we got served and everything, then we'll tip 15. If we got better service, like they went above and beyond, then we'll just do the standard 20. And I think that's I don't feel any more pressure than doing more than that, right?
Yep. Yeah. I'm not sure about tipping. But oh my gosh, we got a super sticker from Chris. Chris Resenhas. I'm so sorry if I pronounced your name wrongly. Kel, you're the first luxury YouTuber I ever watched. I remember your review on a Chanel boy bag, blaming you for adding 3 boys in my Chanel collection. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That's a good bag. Okay, we got 2 comments. Thank you for your super sticker. We got 2 comments about ready to wear. So I'm just going to read them out. Eileen, thank you for being a member, Eileen. So I need to be super honest to myself. Chanel ready to wear is out of my reach too. For such prices, I go for watches and jewelry. And Rebecca, thank you for being a member as well. I feel like you get a lot more from other luxury houses when it comes to ready to wear. Even Hermes ready to wear looks more affordable than compared to Chanel. I actually have to agree with this.
Yeah, we're not disagreeing at all.
Yeah, there are some expensive things in Hermes though. Their cashmeres are not cheap.
Yeah, their cashmere coats are up there. So when I saw this cashmere coat that I mentioned, I thought, I'm gonna pay, 2,000-3,000 more for the Chanel one if I were to buy one, right? But I feel better and I feel nicer in the Chanel one.
But yeah, we really agree. Like we talked about this in a few lives ago that because of Hermes, I have ventured into ready to wear. Of course, no wear cashmere, just t-shirts, and I really get a lot of love and use from them because I really love them, and I can afford them, right? They're expensive, but I can afford them. I never ventured into Chanel because t-shirt for $2,000? No, I'd rather buy an SLG, okay? I'd rather buy a pair of shoes. But Hermes, I actually dipped my toes into it. So I actually really agree with you, Rebecca, that you do get a little bit more opportunity in other luxury houses. But Chanel is in a different world, Chanel is like Chanel. Chanel is Chanel. Ooh, Viv. Do white bags, either from Hermes or Chanel, yellow over time?
I think white is white, so it will eventually. No matter the material, whether it's leather, whether it's coated canvas, it will just yellow over time, right? I feel like it's pretty much like a no exception across the board, regardless of the brand.
And it depends on where you live as
you guys
well.
can correct me if you have something that's white that hasn't changed colors. Let me know. I'd like to know too.
Yeah. Let us know. Like I think the weather makes a difference in Singapore here, or even in Malaysia, or basically any kind of tropical hot climate where its humidity is at 70% kind of thing. Oh my gosh, everything that's white turns yellow, okay? Get yellow spots. I have cheaper like jackets, sweaters that I don't wear for a long time. I use them for holidays, or buy from Zara. Keep them in the cupboard for a while. You go like 1 year later, you take them out, it's yellow. So unfortunately, if you live in a more humid country, you probably need to have a temperature control space for luxury bags. Either dehumidifiers or air conditioned rooms or places that just don't get a lot of humidity in your house. But maybe where you are, you don't face that problem so much, Amy. Is that possible?
It still does it. I feel like when things get old enough, it will do it. Maybe not right away, maybe not even within the first 2-3 years. It will still stay new relatively well. But I'm just looking at some of the white shirts, the silk shirts that I have, and I've had them for many years now. They are yellowing, but it's not something that you really notice if you're just wearing a white shirt with the jeans, like, because there's still so much contrast, right? It's still quite white. It's just nothing white, in my opinion, in any material, even paper will yellow over time.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of how long, right?
True.
Yeah.
Okay. Val, I had to pull this out because you got the heart earrings.
I love those earrings.
Those earrings are really cute. And actually, I forgot to put one more picture because if you don't like them dangling, they have the stud.
They have the stud version, yes.
I forgot to put that in. So yeah, they have the stud, the little dangly, the big dangly, and they're, oh my god, it's a whole collection. And I can see like some, you're saying that it comes in, it's really good quality. It's good. I'm a 90s kid. Am I a 90s kid? Yeah, I'm kind of like a 90s kid.
Well, we were old enough when we were in the 90s, right? So I think we are considered 90s kids, because I don't remember anything that happened in the 80s. Too early.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Okay, so there's a question from Connie. Are you girls still doing this live chat in the future? Yes, we are. So maybe a recap again. With this membership, we have 4 in a month. We have 4 live streams that we run, sometimes 5. Okay, so 4 at least that we run on a public platform. But what we're going to do is move 2 of them to the private member-only platform, where maybe the conversation can be a little bit more stuff, we'll see. But we definitely will be moving some to the member-only platform and keep 2 on the public for everyone. So the reason is we want to cover more things. We want to have more, community discussions with the Luxies. And yeah, so that hopes answers your question.
Oh, and also the occasional additional just member ones. It could be we could decide maybe one week we're like, oh, you know what, we feel like just turning on the camera in our PJs and just have a chat on a subject, like those for the members only. Yeah. So
yeah. So even the I was chatting with Amy. We were actually thinking of moving some of our unboxings to the member only platform because we want to put it on a public platform, but I think when it comes to unboxings and sharing of luxury things, we notice like in the recent, maybe it's not for everyone, it's maybe the crew that really understands that this is just something that we love and people who are part of it will appreciate. But we do get those that just don't appreciate, and when they watch our unboxings, they're just I don't know, maybe that's a word for it, but yeah, they just know. So we're actually considering just moving the unboxings, some of them, to just the members, and it'll come. I mean, we're evolving this. We're evolving this to more and more features, and it's not that because we want the membership. It's just that we feel when there are certain things that we don't share on the platform, we want to share actually, but we are careful. Like I think there are some questions that we got in some of our features. Like, hey, you didn't share this item, huh? How come this is new? You didn't unbox it, you didn't reveal it. And we have reasons. Like now with the members, we feel like, okay, maybe it's safer to just share with the members. So things like that. All little things that
I don't. We're both very diplomatic, right? And there are just some times where, I know, like, we're very grateful for this community, and we love that you guys are so participating. We see the same names all the time. We really appreciate you guys, but it's still, there are times, and it happens more times than you think, where it gets frustrating. And yeah, we just don't feel appreciated sometimes, right? So I think having a community where we know it's our own members, we can be more open in a way, like still diplomatic, obviously, but we can be more like talking about maybe more sensitive things, or just just feel like it, we talk about it, like. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
It could even be just things like chatting. When I was doing my I'll just share very quickly, right? So when I was doing my single live streams, and I was just sitting by the room, just talking all kinds of things, and there were 90% of the people that joined my single live stream, they said, "Oh my god, so fun! I'm having popcorn, just listening to you talk." But there's that 10% of the group that I don't share because they come onto the platform and maybe their comments get moved into the review section. They said, "I don't want to listen to you talk." You get things like that. I don't want to listen to you to talk. Just show your handbags. This is so boring. I don't want to. Your accent is terrible. I get these, and they are the rotten apples in the basket that I feel like, hey, I've got a 90% that really just want to chat with me. We'll sit down in our PJs, see me stuff my face with food, but we'll just have fun. And I thought, and then one of the reasons why I just stopped doing the individual, because I wasn't sure what to do anymore. So this is something that I will run on my platform, right? In addition to the live stream. So it's extra now. But yeah, there are some of these things that we don't share because it's irrelevant to people who don't care about it. But it happens. Yeah, it happens. Unfortunately, it happens.
Yeah. But you made a good point about just chatting. Like, we might not be all dolled up, because I'm not always going to be dolled up. I only film on Fridays, which is why I only put makeup on Friday. But otherwise, you might just see me at my most plain face, and you have to get used to it. But that's the thing. I feel like members are like our actual family, like a little family, a luxury family. And so I don't care sharing my regular face. Honestly, I really don't care. But since I already film on Fridays, and this is something that we do every Friday, it's a routine. So Yeah. But you'll
Okay,
get to
so
see
I
more
have
of
to, I
our.
think this is a good question to address,
Oh,
Vivian.
okay.
What makes you decide on monetizing the live show? Actually, for the longest time, we never did, and everyone was giving us like live chat, super stickers, and all. And then we do I mean, our channels are all monetized. Like our videos, we're not shy about it. Sit here, all this equipment. If you don't see the equipment, they're costing money. We monetize it, right? You watch our ads and all. So when you give us super stickers and you want to support the channel, it's also monetizing it, I guess. But when we did this membership, it's spreading it out, but it allows us to create the new features, the stickers, the community, and of course we could put 99 cents, but it just doesn't make sense because when things are, I learned this from work. When things are free, they're not appreciated, and it's true. When things are given like free samples, you throw it away. But when you have some ownership to it, you're like, I'm part of it. So unfortunately, that is the way it is. But of course, we're not like here to charge you $15. Like, who are we? Okay, no, we've split it into 2 channels, and we're going to work on it as well. So just to explain, Amy, you want to add anything to that?
Oh no, totally what you said. And I mean, I hate to say it, it is the truth. When things are free, people don't appreciate it. I mean, I know a lot of you do. Obviously, I know. But also a lot of you frequently send us super stickers, and this is just like another way or an equivalent way of you supporting this channel, and also to become a community that's really, really close with what we already do. But we like Kat said, it will evolve. It will, who knows what it will become, but yeah, I mean, monetizing, I feel, I have to say this. I'm going to say this, okay? I feel like
this will be probably one of the member-only live.
I'm not saying you, Vivian, but I'm just saying in general, you watch for free, okay? We do this for free as well, but we spend all kinds of money, time, money for equipment, money for, I don't know, just having electricity, like extra lights on, like, you know what I mean? We actually have to pay for this, to do this for free for you guys. Yes, it is monetized, as in like there is the AdSense, whatever. But you all know it's negligible, right? It doesn't even pay for everything. So yes, we do it out of passion, but at the same time, what's wrong with monetizing it? That's what I'm asking you. Like, what's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong, okay? And you're not obligated to join as a member, but we are evolving the show. We are making changes, and we've been around for more than a year. We've just had our celebration a couple of years ago, and we just feel like this is just one way for us to really give back even more to actual members who actually appreciate this show and us. Yeah. Sorry, I have to say it. It is what it is.
No, but truly, we not saying, we're not praising ourselves, but I have been getting a lot of comments, like DMs, like, hey, I really thank you for all the all the hard work, when we prepare slides, and a lot of discussions. Actually, after this live, I'll stay back with Amy. We'll spend another couple of hours discussing what we're going to talk about next week. We'll create decks. We actually spend time on this, and I think some of you who are now members actually understand this. And we've got questions like, hey, super stickers are not available in my country. I can't give super stickers now. I can't do this. I can't do that. I want to support you guys. And we didn't know how, like, we really appreciate it. Like, truly, like, really, thank you for that. And thought, okay, this will be something that we can just cut across all. Whoever wants to join, just join. And it's a way to support and say, whatever, thanks or whatever, okay? And we're not putting prices like super high. It's just whatever, $2.99. $5.99 for chats with Kat, chats with Amy. And I don't know. I hate marketing. So we just decided on a number that is palatable to everyone. So anyway. And we see a lot of members. So thank you. I want to say thank you to all the green little dots on the YouTube, because a different platform I can see. You can use the super, what do you call it, the emojis, which you guys have not told us what is the next emoji to do. So we'll try it out for you guys. I see all the members coming in. My gosh, don't forget that you also need to go to Amy's next week and join her as well. Yeah, please. We'll remind you guys. Okay, Fergie, How do you budget between luxury and other things like travel and experiences? What is the rule of thumb and percentages? Ah,
That's a
good question.
I wish I could tell a percentage. Rule of thumb. I think we kind of talked about this in one of our past lives. And for me, I mentioned that it's more about you have your so you earn a certain amount, right? That is every month or whatever. And of course, you also have the fixed costs every month, everything that's fixed, cell phone, car payment, mortgage, whatever. So those have to be paid off, obviously, out of your what you earn that month. So anything that is extra, you can decide how much goes into savings, how much goes into whatever that is also priority, and then the rest becomes play money. So that play money eventually pools, right? Sometimes it dips because you bought something like a classic flop. Sometimes it keeps growing because you've been good. So the rule of thumb is that you work with play money only. And depending on how much play money you have, you decide where you travel to. Like, if it's like a road trip just across the border down south, it's going to be like, it's going to be fine. It's just like every day, you just road trip. But if it's like a trip to Hawaii, that can be more expensive. If it's a trip to Asia and many more other countries in the world, then that's even more expensive, right? And it depends. Sometimes if you can stay with family, with friends, then sure, you can save a little bit. But so I guess that's the rule of thumb. You just play with play money only if you want to be smart about it. And only very occasionally, like very, very, very occasionally, you make the exception of dipping into your other saving, which should not happen very often, but that can happen sometimes. But yeah, that's how I do it. I don't know. There's no percentage.
Yeah. I did something like that, well, how to save, but I'm really bad at finance. Okay, so I think in this couple of years, I'm getting better at it because I used to just spend. Okay, and I think if you watch my previous unbox, I just buy everything because I have no kids. Okay, for just maybe people who don't know, I have no kids. Pay my house. That's it. But so I spend everything. I just like whatever. But in the past few years, I'm trying to be a bit more responsible. So what I do is I pay Cat first. And I knew all this thing, but it's just I don't really pay Cat very much. So now I sort of like put a percentage aside. I pay Cat first. I have a different persona that's staring at me, give me money. So I pay Cat a salary, and everything else once I pay Cat, then I pay all my bills, and whatever's left, that is the play money, which I think is what Amy is saying, right? And this play money, I feel like it's really difficult to say this whole percentage is for travel and experience unless you are really good at budgeting to say, okay, out of this play money, I'm going to put this amount aside for traveling because traveling is a big portion. For me, my play money is everything. So it could be travel. And if I know this year I'm going for a huge traveling thing, then I know I need to not use so much of my play money, kind of accumulate it for the travel. But if I know I'm not going for a big holiday, then, you see a lot of unboxings.
Yeah, it is. That's why I couldn't give a percentage either. You just play with according to the plans, right? And hopefully,
so occasionally I take debt from Cat.
Sorry, what? Oh, take that from Cat.
Occasionally I'll take a loan. Like, Cat, can I have a bit of a loan? Because we really, really want something. Cat like, fine, interest free.
No, yeah, that's why I said like occasionally you can dip into your other saving account where you're supposed to save for something else. But if it's something that you're already buying, obviously don't do it super often. Like in your example, you wanted to buy the Juste un Clou, there was going to be a price increase, but you were going to buy it anyway, just a matter of a few months later.
Cat was not happy.
Interest free, borrow from Cat. Why not?
Cat's like, what? No, please. You have a conversation in your own head, Eileen, any thoughts on Dior fine jewelry pieces?
I think they're nice. I've never tried them on. I just look at them when I'm there. Fine jewelry is it's so fun. There's just so much to explore that I haven't even had time to look at or consider Dior at all yet. But they're really nice. Every time I see an unboxing, and it's not super often that people unbox Dior fine jewelry, but there are a few. They are very pretty. It's very,
Yeah.
very pretty. Yeah.
Pretty. I'm not sure about the pricing though. Is it cheaper?
No idea.
No idea. No idea. Yeah, no idea. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Thank you, new member. I am eyeing some awesome Chanel quilted slide with a turn lock from the new collection. Is that the one that oh no, okay. It is a stunner and it retails for 970 US dollars, which is even more than a Hermes Oran sandals, but love it more. Thoughts? If I
think
could
I know
use my
exactly
emoji.
which one you're talking about, because I didn't show it in this slide in today's show, but like I said, I did include everything in my own video. And I'm telling you, this season is not about the bags for me, but like that pair of shoe that you're talking about, there's two heights. There's one that's more flatter, but it's still a platform, and there's one that is also a platform but with more height. So nice, because the middle in the front where the strap is has the CC logo, and then on the ankle strap it has the Chanel logo. It's so cool. And they come with either leather quilted, like you said, or they come also with the gross grain, just like, you know, canvas material. So cool. I have to say, if they fit you, a lot of Chanel shoes don't fit me, which is why I'm not jumping at it. But if they fit you, I would get them. I actually like them more than the dad sandals from last season.
Ooh, if I could use my emoji now. Yes, 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 yes. Use the yes emoji.
Yeah. You know, like the Hermes Oran sandals, they are very classic and very timeless. You can wear it with any outfit. It's so true. But if you want something like with a punch, very logo forward, and if you're a fan of Chanel, right? As long as you're a fan and you love it, there's just nothing else that will give you that same feeling if you get something else. It just won't. So try it on. I really want you to try it on and tell me if it fits and if it's comfortable, because they look so good on. They look very good on.
Awesome. Okay. Kathleen, I remember you. Okay, so she said, I met you a year ago outside the Celine Boutique, Ngee Cities, after the circuit breaker. We chatted for a while. And thank you. I met you, and I remember you were carrying a Loewe bag. You and your boyfriend, you were going in to look at more Celine bags. So, wow. Thank you for watching.
That is so
shows.
cool to
thank you. And you know, and I always get like comments when I'm walking, I'm shopping on my own, and then I'll get a text on my DMs like, I think I saw you. I'm like, dude, that's creepy. Come and say hi. Come and say hi. Nobody's spying at me like.
Singapore is pretty small, I have to say.
Small.
So small, yeah.
Yeah. If you go to like the usual haunts, you'll definitely see me around. Okay. I'm just scrolling down.
Yay, you found your Chanel vanity case. Yay.
Oh,
Congrats.
joy. Yes. A unicorn emoji, huh? Deal. Okay, let's do one. Okay. Okay, so we got some suggestions. For me, it's Lux is 80% of my play money. 20% goes to travel and experiences we shared with hubby. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Whatever. Do whatever you want to do with your play money. Agree.
It's very healthy for your Lux playing money, which sounds very fun.
Okay, so Val owns the Rose the Van bracelet from Dior in MOP, Mother of Pearl, and it's so nice and delicate. I think I know which one you're talking about. Is this?
Yeah, it's the one. I talked. Well, I think I did one video just on Dior, and I remember it is a very pretty bracelet, like the one with the little charm that's round, and yeah, very very pretty.
Okay.
I just haven't tried
Joy.
anything on me. That's why I don't know how it
Yeah,
looks in
yeah.
person.
I haven't I've seen it. I think there was one time maybe a few years ago when I was sort of exploring Dior and still thinking about getting the Lady Dior bag. I walked in and maybe the girls just saw me wearing some of the like jewelry, said that, oh, would you want to try this on? But I don't know, I just didn't think about trying it on. But it's popular. Apparently it's popular. Okay, joy overjoyed. What are the things that your essay does that you really appreciate? When my essay makes the effort to get to know my taste, I really feel valued. Yes.
Yeah. I think for me, whenever my essay actually suggests something because she thinks I like it based on my, shopping with her or him for a while, then I really appreciate it. I don't always take their suggestions. Most of the time I don't, because maybe they still really don't know me, but maybe they think that, oh, this is cute, or this is something that I think Amy will like. So I really appreciate that. Or if they remember what you told them before, and it's been a while, you never talked about it, and then they mention it, so it shows that they are paying attention and that they remember the conversation. So that also makes me happy.
Yeah. I think what else do I yeah, like the other day, like I just did an Hermes unboxing, and my essay actually unfortunately unfortunately remembered that I wanted this blush. And this was before I had any of the blushes. And he was like, oh, it's all sold out. And I was like, okay, fine. That was how long ago, right? And when I went and get the shoes, he texted me and said, hey, one came in. Do you want it? And obviously I already bought one from Selfridges, and I did a review. I'm saying like, this blush, it's a bit plasticky. But I never reminded him. It's been months. So I do feel a bit like, I gotta get it. But at the same time, I feel like, wow, they do remember, they do remember certain things. And I do feel like, oh, not bad, feel appreciated a little bit. I know it's just a blush, but I do, because when they remember things, it just feels like they show an effort to build a relationship, I guess.
Yeah, it's just nice to have when we say it's nice to have a good essay, it doesn't just mean that they're they get what you want. It's also just the fact that they just remember stuff that you've talked about, or the fact that they're polite, or the fact that they're not pushy. Like all those things are very very important. It's this, I don't know, I treat essays as anybody I would treat. Like if you want someone to be reciprocating politeness, respect, everything, then you have to do the same thing too. So I guess for me, it's just any other human being. Like you just, yeah, I think that's what makes it nice. I think it's just basic human decency, and I just appreciate it when they just reciprocate the respect quickly.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, here we go. Sakura. What are your thoughts in getting Hermes toolbox from store versus pre-loved? My honest opinion, get it pre-loved.
I like the mini size, is so cute.
Yeah. Honestly, get it pre-loved. It's very expensive in store. I got mine pre-loved. In fact, I think I paid a little bit too much for mine pre-loved as well, but it's okay. In the store is 5 digits. It's very, very expensive. And it's one of those bags that you can actually get brand new from store, brand new from retail resellers at cheaper. And because it's one of those bags that is not super highly sought after. Chances are it's easier to get the colors that you want and in really, really good condition, and you get to save. So, I mean, that's my personal opinion. I can hear from the members and the Luxies, what do you think? It's just very expensive from store.
Will you buy it again? Wait, do you still have your toolbox? Oh, okay.
I do.
Will
Would
you
I buy
in
it again?
another size?
Would I buy it again? That's a good question. I think I would buy it again in a smaller size.
Mm.
And I talked about it as well. The toolbox for me is a huge bag. Size 26 is like, it's a gigantic milk carton. Great for traveling. Like if you are a person that carries a bit more things, you want that extra space. Great for work because you can put more things inside your notebook. However, it is bulky, right? It's it's a gigantic toolbox. I can, I like it. I like the look of it. It's just extra. But for a person that doesn't use it for work, doesn't use it for travel, it's very big. And big, bulky means heavier. So if you like the size, I mean, you like the look, it's a different kind of Hermes bag. I would recommend the smaller version because it's cuter, it's more daily use, and therefore also lighter. So if I were to buy it again, it would be the smaller toolbox 20.
Yeah, I do like the smaller one, but I don't know if I need it. I just like the one that you have. I'm sure the size is not an everyday size for me.
Oh, Chris, this is a good one. I'm just pulling a comment. Okay, so Chris is saying, I love when my essay tries to stop me from buying something because she thinks I don't need it and I should wait for something better. It shows that she truly cares. Yes.
It's so true.
And honesty, when they tell, when I pick up something and my essay goes like, no, not for you. It's not good, too heavy, too expensive, too something. And you're like, wow, you love me, you care for me.
Thank you for saving me money. It's so true. I mean, it doesn't happen to me super often. I think because when I want something, I would either have wanted it for a long time or I just really like it. But sometimes I do ask my essay when I'm not 100% sure. I'm like, okay, so what do you think? Yes or no? Should I get it? And then she would, usually my essay, because my essay is so polite, and she would say, maybe it's this or that. Like, then I know, okay, that's a no.
True story. When I went to Hermes, I was looking at the one that looks like a Kelly. What is that bag?
Oh,
the one that's made of canvas.
I know.
What is the bag? The one that has a rod.
Yeah.
And anyway, that bag. Okay, so I saw it in store, and I took it out, and my essay was like, no, this bag very hard to use. You won't like it, and I kind of know a little bit, so I wanted to sort of like test. Say, why? What do you mean by it's very hard to use? I was like, oh, let me show you. And he actually, I mean, like, you could sell the bag to me, right? I mean, if you really just want to sell things, it just literally said this bag is, it's heavier. It was showing me how difficult it is to move in and out. But people still like it because they get used to it. But he said, he looked at me, he's like, no, I don't think you will like it. You're so fussy. And I like that. I actually really appreciate the honesty. I really appreciate the effort to share with me some of the possible, scenarios that I may end up not liking the bag. So yeah, I really appreciate. What is that bag? Oh my gosh, is anybody helping us?
I think everyone knows which one. I hope everyone. I mean, the moment you said it, I'm like, oh yeah, I know, but I forgot the name too.
Okay, we got everybody's like her bag,
right?
Both of us are like, Okay, Virginia. I saw some comments saying the new Chanel lambskin is more durable. Is it true? Also, is light color lambskin really easy to get color transfers? Okay, Luxies.
Personally, I find that Chanel lambskin it's only more durable certain seasons and less on others. So it's really hard because I don't think they're always I don't think they're just improving right now. It just depends on the season. Even within the same season, different bags can be different, even if they're all lambskin. So I feel like it's a case by case basis, really. So it just so happens that maybe that bag that the person was reviewing was more durable, but it's not all and everything. And as for color transfer, I think in general, it's just easier on lighter color, but especially lambskin, because it doesn't have, with caviar, you still have that extra coating and that illusion of the grains to at least hide some of it or to reflect some of that dirt or whatever wear and tear, right? With lambskin, it's smooth. If you do get color transfer in it, it's pretty hard to get it to not see it. You can clean it, but it's pretty hard not to see it, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I no experience with the newer version, but if it is, that's good because it's sort of like your Chanel 19 lambskin, right? Because you said that it is more durable, and maybe over the past few years, Chanel is trying to improve their lambskin to make it more durable.
Yes, but I still don't believe that it's improved now in general. I don't think that is the case. I really just think that it's just that item. It happens to be that item from that time. If you looked at something else at the same time, say on your same shopping trip, it may not be the case for every single item in lambskin that you feel the same durability. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Well, it could be
understand.
a season. I just don't believe that it's improving in general. I don't think that is the case. That makes sense. Because I'll be honest, even when I was looking at the pictures, just pictures, right? Just pictures of the current collection. And I feel like maybe they do that with the Cocoa Crush, because I feel like with the Cocoa Crush line, they use a lambskin that can look more vintage. Because when you look at the quilts on the Cocoa Crush items, the quilts on the lambskin, it already has those dips in the diamond quilts, and it's new. Even if you look on Instagram, like anything that's Cocoa Crush line, I feel like they use a different lambskin, and I don't think that it's more durable. Like in my eyes, when I see that, I'm like, okay, it's either they want to go with that aesthetic, like more vintage and less puffy. But for me, I feel like a more durable lambskin is really a thicker lambskin. It will bounce back if you like if you've been handling the back, that the puffs feel like they kind of bounce back in a way. And that's how I feel about with my own 19, even though I feel like the 19 lambskin is different from the regular lambskin. But with my 19 lambskin, I feel like the puffs are healthy. Like I said one time, like healthy. They really do. Like it feels like they bounce back. And even with my Chanel 19, with my Trendy CC, I feel like my Trendy CC is fine too. So I just don't believe that every single item, I just don't believe that it's every single lambskin item that the lambskin has improved over time. I just feel like it just depends on which item you're looking at.
You know, the one that I just wonder whether it's because of the sponge. I'm assuming that between the leathers, there's a layer of sponge, and maybe that sponge that they use for the Cocoa Crush could be a thinner, less spongy version, whereas the one that you have, it could be more, and it makes it more durable, right? Because that extra padding protects the leather. So yeah, possible.
Yeah, it could very much be that, and also maybe it's by design as well. I almost feel like the Cocoa Crush line is by design a bit more vintage feeling.
Interesting. Okay. Amy, I'm trying to follow your no duplicates rule, but I'm obsessed with the 2.55 mini. How many is too many? I'm at 3, thinking that it's max.
Yeah. I think you just want our blessing to stop you, right? I feel like that's what you're needing, a little bit of
I'm going to
a
use my
sister to
emoji now.
stop you.
Don't do
Okay,
it.
yeah, max
Don't do
3,
it.
stop. I guess
Let me just add that.
of course you do you, but I feel like 3 is a good number. When I had 3 cocoa handles, I really felt like, okay, no more. It's hard. I really get it. It's really hard to do the no duplicate rule, and especially if you're kind of in a role and you love the 2.55. So for me, was it last year? Yeah, it was the last couple years. I was just on a roll, like handbag or Chanel after Chanel. Every season I wanted something, and I'm glad I did, because at the time I felt like it was still worth it to do it, and now I moved on to something else. I'm focused on something else. But so yeah, if when you're in it, it's so hard to stop yourself. But yeah, I would say 3 is a good number. And
Yeah.
if they're quite different color, texture, material, then you have a nice variety already. And at one point, I'm honestly saying, at one point, it will feel like it's just the same bag. I feel like. I'm curious to know actually which colors are they. That would really
Yeah, let
help
us
us
know. Like, are
decide
they
3 is enough for
absolutely
you.
different? Yeah. Whether they're different, like different color, different material, different quilting. Maybe some is chevron, some is diamond quilt. It could look different, but kind of the same.
Yeah.
Three is
Yeah.
a good
Like
number.
if you have my graffiti and then you have a classic, okay, they're totally different. Totally. So yeah, you could totally justify the duplication.
We're helping you now. Okay, Sagura, thoughts on the Kelly Ado and Kelly Dance Swift versus Evercolor? Okay, I'm not sure what bags these are.
So Ado is the backpack, and Danse is the one that you can thread the strap differently. Like you can do the belt, and then you can do the shoulder bag. Like some people do it with as a shoulder bag. That one. Swift or Evercolor. Okay, so for the leather, I can't comment. I don't have either one of those. I think style-wise, they are fun, but so based on my own wish list of bags that I would like from Hermes, those are not in the priority list. The Danse Kelly Danse, I actually quite like it, but it's so low in my priority list. Like it's really not high enough to even think about it for me. I wonder, are you interested in those two styles because you just need something fun every day? Is that what you're after? That's what I'm wondering. Actually, I want to look at the picture of the Ado to see how easy it is to get in and out. Because usually with backpacks, I'm very fussy with like how you can get in and out of a bag. So
While you look at that, I'm gonna comment on the Swift and Evercolor. So I have Swift and I love Swift. Swift takes color so nicely. Can't comment on Evercolor though. I'm not sure if the leather is heavier, but I know Swift tends to be a heavier leather. They're both quite similar. I think Swift has smaller grains. You know what? I'm not an Hermes expert. I just like the leather. I like the touch of touch of Swifts. It's so soft and buttery, and because it's a heavier leather, it really looks. I don't know. It just looks. I don't know, like it's softer as well because it's sort of like has a bit of a sinking feature. Con is that it sinks. Okay, it sinks, so you need to stuff the bag when you keep it. I do like the Kelly Dance, and it grew on me. I saw the bag. I saw a few people carry it. I like the fact that you could shorten the strap, carry as a crossbody bag. You can carry as a double bag. I think you can wear it multiple ways. So in terms of functionality, I feel the dance is maybe better in that.
Yeah.
But if you're a backpack person,
Yeah,
then
I just looked at the backpack again. It's basically a Kelly bag on your back, but it doesn't, from the picture I saw, it doesn't even have a handle, or maybe it's just that version. I think between the two, I would personally prefer the Danse, just because it's more versatile. You can even wear it as a belt bag if you really wanted to. But it's so low on my priority list because I'll be honest, if I get a Kelly, I'd just wear the Kelly. I don't feel like I will like I don't at the moment anyway. I might change my mind later, but at the moment I feel like between the regular standard Kelly and the Kelly Danse, I just don't have that desire to get that other different one. You know what I mean? They're not special enough for me to feel like, oh yeah, I really want it. Like it's higher on the priority list. It's quite low actually on the priority list. It's like it's like we said earlier. If we had a ton of play money that we don't know what to do with it, then yeah, sure.
Okay, next one. Fergie, would you suggest pre-love for Lady Dior? And Amy, would you suggest a vintage Chanel mini square or the mini fat with pearl crush? Love you girls so much. Thank you. Okay, Amy, you answer first because my light just went out. I was like, oop.
Okay, Chanel Square Mini. Okay, so the vintage Chanel Square Mini, if you're talking about the real vintage one, the one that's really, really boxy, I actually do like that one. However, I'm not a vintage person. Like I just realized now, because I had a few vintage items and I rarely wear them. It's not that I don't appreciate that they're vintage. I just don't wear them. I don't know what it is with me. I just am not a vintage person. So although if I were to get a vintage mini square, I would get the very, very boxy one, the one that's really, really square. And it's even bigger size. I would get that one for the look. I don't like the Pearl Crush though.
Oh. Why? Okay, tell me why you don't like the Pearl Crush.
I like the strap. So don't get me wrong, I actually do like the strap, but I just don't like the leather texture on the Pearl Crush line. I just don't like it for some reason. Like I said earlier, it just has that vintage feel where the quilts, they dip in. They don't give me that puffy vibe that I like. And I don't mean that it has to be super puffy, but just, you know, more... less dipped in. I don't know. I just don't like that look for some reason. I like the strap though. The strap is fun.
I haven't seen it in real life, but I think I'll have to look at the pictures. If it has that kind of flat look, then I think I won't like it as well. I'm not sure. But I like the strap. I agree. The strap is like the ball, right? It's nice.
Yeah, the strap is fun and it's adjustable. With the Lady Dior, do you suggest pre-loved, Kat? I have my new one, so I'm so glad. But
yeah, you know, I like new. I'm such a new person that I like new. But it kills me to pay that price. Like, which I feel like my boat has really gone far away past the horizon. Because I've gone into the Lady Dior store so many times, held it in my hand multiple times at the lower prices, and I still didn't buy it. And now if I buy it from store, I want to slap myself, you know, like, you're so stupid. So I think if I can find a very brand new looking version in the pre-loved market, guaranteed authentic from a reputable seller, cheaper, I would do it. I think that's just the way, because Dior, unfortunately, I know we shouldn't be talking about value of the bag, but it kills me to know that the value of the bag is much lower in the resale market. And, you know, I can get a good deal, then why not? So I would be open to getting it from the resale market. Has to be guaranteed real, okay? Guaranteed, because I cannot, okay, with every other stress in the life, deal with a fake bag. I'll just
I was just gonna say that if you find one that's basically someone just bought it, made a mistake, changed their mind, but it's literally new, then that would be a good time to buy off of them. Right? Especially if they bought it early on when the price was still good, but they've never used it. That would be your chance to get your Lady Dior.
Okay, I'll tell you guys a funny story, yeah? And you know what you just said actually happened?
Oh,
So about 4 years, 3, maybe 3 years, 3 or 4, okay, 2020 didn't happen, so I'm losing track of time. Maybe 4 years ago, there was this one girl who contacted me. And I think that was when I just started my cat LSM closet. And I think I sold a couple of bags. And she actually bought the Lady Dior medium size in pearl, the gray pearl. Basically that bag. Was it medium? Yeah. This was even before they had the ABC strap. And she bought it. And she actually walked out from the store, regretted buying it. So she contacted me and asked me if I could help her sell it. And it was such a good price. It was literally, she said, I want to take a loss because they will not take a return. They said I've used it. So basically Dior did her wrong because she just walked out from the store and she used it for like a day. She said, oh, it's not for me. And she wanted to return it, but they wouldn't allow it. So she contacted me to sell the bag. And at that point in time, I just bought my Chanel Gabrielle bag. And I told her, I said, this timing is so unfortunate because it is the exact bag that I want, but I just cannot. She was selling it for 3,000, just under 4,000 Singapore dollars. And I helped her sell it to a wonderful seller in America. I helped her ship it off and all that. And I was just, it actually happened. So maybe it's really not meant to be. But yeah, anyway. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It's an incredible story though. Yeah, I mean, it was just not meant to be that time. But you never know in the future.
Might happen again. Okay, TT. Vintage is so popular recently. How do you ladies feel about old bags? Said it before. Not for me. Don't do it. Don't do it for me, for me personally. What about you, Amy?
It's just not my vibe. I know there are people who are just vintage hunters, and that's great. You do you. It's just not me. There's not that many good vintage stores here anyway, or at least I don't know any. I mean, I know there are some. Well, I know there are some pre-loved stores, consignment stores here, but I don't know. I don't know if you get that feeling, Kat, but in general, whenever I walk into a store that sells consignment or consignment with vintage items, I just scan and I lose interest and I'm like, okay, let's go. Like I just don't see anything. Maybe I'm just not, or already don't have the desire to do it, to own vintage. So I don't even take the effort to really look. I'm sure if I did take the effort to look, I will find some good stuff. I'm sure of that. But at the same time, I mentioned earlier, right? I own a few vintage items. How do you wear them? I sold my Dior vintage clutch. It was beautiful. Like, honestly, best deal ever. I got it off of eBay. But I wore it once or twice, actually. Twice. Once just because I just had to wear it because I just feel like, okay, I just bought this thing, haven't worn it. Maybe I should wear it. So I just wore it, forcing myself to wear it. And then the second time I wore it to an event, to a wedding. And that was it. Like, I just feel like, oh, I'm not really wearing these items that I scored incredible deals. So I just sold it to Fashion File. I took it. And it will go to a home, to someone who actually will appreciate it more and use it more, right? And I just don't have that. Yeah, I just don't have that sort of hunter like trying to go and find them type of
Deal.
desire for vintage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one Chanel vintage belt that is really really nice, and again I don't wear a ton, but like that one I don't want to get rid of because it's really nice. It's really nice.
I don't. Yeah, I think I'm not used to it. Like I haven't had experience to go and see a lot of vintage things. So but the ones that I've seen, I don't know, I'm just not attracted to the more flat look. But if they had a very vintage bag which has puffs like this, or it just looks like it's vibrant, I like it, then I will like it. But I think it's the more like dull look that is a look that I personally don't like, or not attracted to. Not that you don't like, I'm just not attracted to it. So but if it's juicy, it's healthy looking, then I like.
Kat,
Okay.
there's also that aspect of which I guess I didn't say it out loud, but there's the aspect of someone else used it that
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
know.
crazy about. And nothing wrong with someone else used it, but usually with vintage item, you also get some smell, either it's perfume smell or cigarette smell or just the old smell that I really am not crazy about. I already don't like scented things, let alone bad scented things. So that aspect of it also just I'm really just not about it. Which is why with my belt is okay because the belt doesn't smell. But with a bag or even with clothing, I'm kind of like I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
don't love
And
it.
then
I just don't love it.
it doesn't help that I'm superstitious as well.
Oh,
So I get a bit gully, I don't know what's the right gully is, like a bit like uneasy, but it doesn't stop me. It's just that I feel like a bit like, yo, how old is this thing,
well, you just don't know,
Think so much
right?
about
If you're talking about superstitious, like who used it, like how long it's been passed on, like what
it.
did that
Yeah,
person do,
heebie-jeebies from
what
it.
kind of things did that person do, what kind of life he had or she had.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, we'll get into that, but yeah. Okay, coming back to D, because we asked her what are your 3 bag colors, right? So distress black leather with gold hardware, yes. Chevron, so black, and a blue velvet aged gold.
Okay,
Come on,
they are
gray.
all different. Yes. But if they come up with a gray,
How?
yeah, a gray, that would get my heart so fast because for me the Chevron So Black is kind of the similar one to the black with the gold. To me, those are more similar. So if they had a gray,
One of
if
them
I
will
were
go.
you, I would get the gray and then sell one of those.
Yeah, I would do the same. Like if a gray came out of like a color that's just like superb, one of the 3 will have to go into the chopping block.
Yeah,
It could even be your blue velvet if
yeah,
you're like, some people would say
true.
maybe velvet is a material that you might find. I'm just saying, if it was me, I may find I might not use so much. If I'm trying to get cost per wear, maybe the velvet is something that I may not find so useful. Could be, I don't know. I have a velvet bag. I've never had a velvet bag, but I've had suede bags. So my Celine mini luggage, which is, I hardly use it, but it's one of those bags that I got quite a while ago. Very big. It actually has 3 leathers. It has the green leather, it has the smooth leather, and it has suede leather. And unfortunately, suede leather is really hard to take care of because being such a big bag, I want to carry more things, bring for work and stuff like that. And I got caught in rain. It's the suede portion that gets the most damage. So I don't know if suede is similar to velvet, that you need to care for it a bit more.
I think velvet is actually more durable than you think because I own the velvet bag. I own the Gucci Marmont mini size, and before I own, just the high street stuff. velvet is actually quite durable. The only times when it gets worn out look is if you and if you're not careful when you store it, you can end up with those lines just from putting it on not a flat surface, or if you don't empty your bag, so your bag is quite heavy, and then you flatten out the velvet, and it creates those like weird patterns on the velvet. But otherwise, it's super easy maintenance. So it's more durable than you think. I think it's probably more durable than suede, actually.
Yeah, probably, because it's suede is like tough to take care. You cannot wet it. You cannot do this. You cannot do that. You have to spray things on it, and oh my gosh, not easy. Okay, I think we got. Oh, we're almost, okay. We're at the 2-hour mark, so I'm gonna just pick 2 more questions. I think I saw 2. No, just 1 more. Okay, 1 more. Oh, MK. Okay, Amy, is your aversion for vintage come from an Asian upbringing? My mom and her Buddhist beliefs hate when I buy pre-loved. She seems to think I'm bringing home the former owner's bag. Carmine,
No, in a
I'm your
sense.
mom, MK.
maybe for Kat, but like for me, it's not necessarily that. But you know, my mom does tell me stuff like that, huh? Like, so unrelated to bags, but so I got really sick. Like I got diagnosed with my current condition at age 27, and at that time, I was in a different relationship. I was living in my first property, and my mom really believed that need to get rid of this, really, like need to like break up with this person, and also like sell this place because this is bad like it's been like doing bad things. It's been giving you bad luck, basically. So she actually believes in those things, and I'm not super believing in that, but at the same time, I just do what I do, like take it a day at a time, to get out of to a better to a better situation. But anyway, so my aversion is more really like the scent and the feeling of the fabric, like the fact that it's like, not it's with new clothes, there's more structure to it, right? So older ones, you lose that structure, and the fabric might be frayed, or it might have different things, or it might smell. The smell part is really what gets me. Like the smell, I just can't. Or if in a bag, there might be stickiness inside, no matter how much you wipe it, there's still a little bit of that, you know what I mean? It's that I don't like. But I know what you mean by the whole superstition Buddhist thing. I don't care so much about it, but my mom does tell me about those things.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I occasionally it pops out. I'm not like super, but I do certain thing about like, I wonder, huh? And I can't help it because these are the things that were drilled into my brain when my grandma like this kind of thing, old thing I don't think we know. But so I'm not like super in it, but it's just that it does have like I could hear it in the back of my head like, it's Ola, it's Ola. But it doesn't stop me still because I have bought older things. But anyway, thank you. I'm just gonna go back to one of the slides just to recap if you came in, and we're finishing the live show. But yes, if you just came in, we want to recap one more time. We are starting our membership today. So make sure you go to both our channels. So because we shared earlier that this membership is today is on my channel, but you can just hop over after this to Amy's side and join her as well, because this is going to, we've split it for both our channels. And it's just the way we've done it all this while. We joined the live show for both memberships. We've also split the pricing. And on both of our channels, we're planning different things as well. So in addition to this live stream, which is going to be the constant, there will be other things. So I'm having a member only live chat on Wednesday. So let me just show that screen. Where is it? Here. Here. So I see all these members. I think if you go to the community post, you can see the link to that. So at 10 o'clock on Wednesday, Singapore time, Canadian, Amy might make an appearance in her PJs, like, hi, and we'll just have a chat. Okay, it's No topic, no specific topic, but just a chat. We'll talk about anything that you guys want to talk about, and anything at all. So, coming back to our faces.
Yeah, and also for those of you who are having a bit of trouble joining, if you can't find that join button, the other way is just go into our description, because even I updated in my last live stream, which was last week. Just go in the description box. Both our links to join are there as well.
All right, so thank you to all the members, and I will definitely be creating a unicorn emoji. Give us more ideas next week as well, because I think with more members we can create more emojis for all of you. So yeah, thank you everybody. We will see you next week on Amy's channel. Bye.
Bye.